Hello there everyone and welcome back. Let us do some more multiplayer, shall we? I haven't really made any tweaks all to this roster, but I have been experimenting with how I could change it out, mind you, because I do have this alternate stock, Lance Fearing, where apparently if I were to downgrade the Jenner to like a Panther or something, I can completely change out what I currently have while still having my Dragon. It remains to be seen if it's a good idea, mind you, but it has a lot more range potential if I were to go with this Lance, because we got the long range, the large laser type commando, we have the Panther, which of course has the PPC, but I'm not going to go with that just yet. That's more for playtesting, just seeing how much wiggle room I actually have, considering the Jenner is pretty damn expensive, but it's damn important at what it does. It's for hounding, it's for, of course, as we've seen before, using the fact that if it's a one-on-one against a medium mech, I have a substantial advantage if Paradise is still alive and, quite frankly, not lagged, which he seems to have a tendency of doing for whatever weird reason. But I can still upgrade these Locusts to machine gun variants, and I am really damn tempted to do that. It's just a question, is that worth it? Are they going to be practical enough? Because I'm almost going to relegate them entirely to sensor locks in that case, and they're never going to be a real threat to kind of justify being focused down or pinned down. That's kind of my one concern with that, because getting in too close just means they're going to get meleeed, unless I'm smart about it. So I'm really hesitant on switching on over, even though it would give me the additional armor. But we're going to be trying on another Arctic map there, and we'll see how this goes. Hello there everyone, welcome to the Still Valley map, and this is going to be a completely weird one because I don't know how it's going to play out, because we have this center area and everything else is surrounded by highland mountains, so I think for the sake of convenience I might go this way because it does have like a direct path where I can get to the low ground. I'm not sure if it's the best idea, mind you, but I want to avoid the geothermal at the same time. Who am I kidding? It's probably not a huge deal just yet, but I do want someone in the middle to kind of spot for me, and I am really weary about this kind of like composition for this type of map too, with that said. Because after all, it's like I said, everything is a nice open space with very little in the way of terrain and cover in the middle of the map, and my mechs don't have jump jets to conveniently get up on top of those mountains out of vision. So I'm really hesitant having my Locusts in the middle, but it is something I can do at least. I'm just going to play a little more cautious with them, because there's a real chance my opponent may just go this way as well, although it's not as convenient for my adversary because as you can see there's no pathway to even climb up here, so if they commit to going this way they're forced to run right into my Dragon, which depending on what they're fielding is probably really the best thing I could ask for, because this opposite path is kind of like, as I said, the opposite of similar to how I'm going through, so I think my opponent, if they're going to go on the side paths, is more than likely going to go this way. Either way, this high ground is going to be pretty good. I got some little bit of cover and slopes to kind of use as like obstructions if nothing else, so that is still a benefit. Now let's just sprint with the Dragon. Actually, maybe I sprint with... Nah, I don't want to sprint with Paradise just yet. That seems like a horrible idea with that said, and I kind of want to make sure I have a brace handy in case. So I'm just going to do a standard move because we're bound to spot him in a moment. And if we don't spot them, we know there's something going on with them going on the side. I think that's almost a guarantee at this point. Almost. So we're going to try and reveal them and get ready for that play. Because Paradise, I really do. Okay, we do spot them. And I did unfortunately turn myself around, which could be a scare. Could be a scare, but they would have to sensor lock or walk in the range first. In Paradise, I think you're going to go back over here, buddy, until we get some better intel. Because I want you to be able to get the jump on them if they're overexposing or isolated, which can be really good for you considering your hit and run potential with your ace piloting skill. Ideally, though, I kind of want to do the same thing as what I did before in my last battle, where I want to keep him out of sensor range, so that way they have no idea where he's at, and he can pounce them with good reserve play. And the one mech we have here is without a doubt Arclight rather. So we can abuse this to some extent if I can find another target that is not Arclight. Because that just means I guaranteed to go first on Initiative 4, whether they reserve or not. So that's one trait I like taking advantage of. I don't know the skill of my adversary though, because they immediately readied up there, so I'm left wondering some. And I don't quite want to reserve because of how tenuous this might be for Showboat. Although it looks like Showboat might still be fine until they sensor lock themselves, so let's just sensor lock. What I need to do is make sure I get vision of this damn thing, which is going to be tricky. Am I okay with that? Well, I know that's arc light, so at least one sensor mech is kind of like spent.
Moving to position.
I just don't like getting closer because we don't know where the other mechs are, let alone what they are. We only know this is arc light, we just don't know what she's piloting outside of it being a light mech. But, let's see, it is a commando looks like. I didn't get a chance. What kind of commando? Okay, standard medium range, close range variant. So, that could be easy to take down if I can get baited from not guarding, or somehow get a rear shot, so there's a lot of potential there. I don't think Dragon's gonna get good shot with an autocannon anytime soon. I don't know what exactly the range is, but I do have a clear shot currently, which is really promising, because even with a brace, an autocannon could breach through that armor really quickly with some LRMs to complement it. We will have to see. Now, that did not reveal me, and no sensor lock just yet.
I hear ya.
I would like to get some intel, so Showboat, you're going to back up. You don't need to back up that much, considering. But I do... Oh, okay. Oh, I was wondering why you have the geothermal here, but I guess it's because it's dripping off the cliff ledge. I do want to see what that RMech is. I need some intel. The best plan for this. We got a standard commando. This might be a second commando, and if it is, I know what we're dealing with. Okay, I have a suspicion that this is the pre-made squad with the Hunchback and the Blackjack. I have that suspicion now.
Reporting.
And this confirms it, almost. Because, of course, I should not be able to move with Paradise right away.
Yes,
And this is a good opportunity to jump, said Blackjack, if I do this right. So alas, it may seem my opponent's... Well, I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet, but... It seems like I may have a skill advantage on my opponent, assuming this is a pre-made lance, if nothing else. But, like I said, let's not get too carried away. A Blackjack's still a scary threat for my light mechs. So long as I keep outside of his optimal range somehow, that will at least increase my durability quite a notable amount. Because what, 25 damage easily gets through the armor of almost any... Well, yeah, it gets rid of the armor at least, and 2 autocannons just immediately destroys my arm. And I don't need to tell you how scary a Hunchback is. I don't think I need to tell you that. With that said... Oh, you sprinted. I'm assuming that's what happened there, because I don't see a brace on you, oddly enough. But, let's see. Okay, you just ended your turn. Oh, and you're going to get to move your other medium mechs. Okay. They probably are surprised that's happening. It may burn down some of the timer as a bonus for me. Because they're not going to realize their other medium mech can go. Which would be a cruel way to kind of abuse the fact that I have a heavy mech, mind you, but it is something that they may not be aware of if they're not paying attention. Okay, they are moving it. Now it's a question, what's the Hunchback and what's the Blackjack? The experience I'm kind of getting a hint that, of course, I do have the experience advantage because I figure a Blackjack would already be up on the high ground. With that said, I figure. And now, can I obscure myself to kind of increase... Ooh, I could... If I can go over here to the trees... Really? Oh, that just put you outside of Oh, so I guess that tells me I am not in autocannon range, alas, so...
I'm there.
Oh well, we should be okay for now. We could take a couple of shots that are not braced, but... I'm tempted for the autocannon shot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really tempted to kind of prime this thing for death. Even though the autocannon was not a hit. I think there's value, because the LRM damage alone was definitely better than it probably would have for the brace. I feel like, anyway. And it was a 40% chance, mind you, for the autocannon, but it still felt like it was worth taking, just because it was a 25-ton light mech after all. And that's going to scare him, intimidate him a little bit. Because, well, they probably know it's a heavy mech if they're paying attention to the initiative phase. In fact, do they even have ozone in sensor range? I never did check that. That would be pretty important for me to know if they actually can see where I'm hiding. Although my weaponry kind of gave it away, didn't they? I'm just hoping ozone is obscured, because that basically will give them a permanent evasion stack. probably won't be a complete obscured, because if they're over here or on this ridge, they probably have a clear line of sight on me, but if that's a blackjack there, I should easily be obscured. Now, I kind of want to just reserve, as dumb as it sounds, because we know there's one light mech there. I'm going to move with... It's Witness, right? Yeah, I'm going to move with Witness first before the medium mechs get a chance to shoot. We'll see. Because I would love to kind of reveal this thing and prime it for Paradise to jump it. Although again, this is like... It's very easy for that commando to hide behind here, so it's probably not going to work to my liking. But I think Paradise goes last no matter what. Because you can either go after Arclight, or you can go after the commando here on the next turn. Which I'm comfortable and perfectly fine with you taking commando shots. I do not want you to take a hunchback shot, though. And the blackjack, well, it really depends on how close you are to its lasers. You should be okay with a couple autocannon 2 shots, but that will rapidly change in a hurry. Because yeah, your armor's immediately breached too by a single hit. Pretty damn close anyway. Nope. Well, that commando could immediately brace, so I may not get my opportunity to shoot that thing, alas.
Waiting on you, Commander.
But it didn't move, so it lost all its evasion stacks, so there's a plus if nothing else. I'm hoping that they just ran out of time and didn't realize that I reserved so quickly. Because it's not the most convenient, because like I was kind of hinting at in my last episode, it seems like there's maybe a bit of a lag sometimes before it swaps over to the other player's turn. I know I've been experiencing it, I don't know how obvious it seemed. And it really been throwing me off every now and then, because I definitely thought Arclight already moved when I sniped that commando like I did and got excited. But no, we were still stuck in the initiative 1 for the trebuchet. So I got excited for no reason. But damn, was it ever a tense battle. Was it ever a tense battle? And I want to continue hammering this thing.
You have orders?
Now, the big question, there's no... I could sprint. If I sprint, I could shoot them next turn and then jump away, which I like the potential of. So, I think we're going to reserve with that said, see what they do. See what they do. Again, skill difference is probably apparent there, I'm fearing, which may mean this may not be the most exciting of matches, but it at least gives me an opportunity to talk about the tactics a little bit more. That's the one plus. I just hate feeling like that I may be wasting everyone's time if that's the case, though. But this Hunchback could still surprise us. It is 100 damage on a single cannon. And it's one of the reasons I don't like it, is because it is a single weapon. You're relying on it always hitting as often as possible, which, if that Panther shot causing a rage quit was any indication, you kind of want to avoid that kind of circumstance if at all possible. Ideally. But we got a good chance to hit this thing. It's going to be brutal. Got the autocannon hit. A couple more missiles. It softened up nicely, but of course, the brace helped a lot. What did we actually hit with the autocannon? Wow. We hit the torso, I think, with the autocannon, if I had to guess.
Good to go.
So that wasn't all that impressive. And I don't know. I don't think I'm comfortable having my commandos or everything go up there. I do have good evasion stacks, though. Let's... Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Did I have full 4 evasions for that? That would help a lot, because the commando's going to get to shoot after all. Yep, I do. I got the trees, and we're going to take full advantage of this brace commando some. A head hit's kind of not what I want, especially if it was the laser of all things that hit the HUD. Nope, it was just a missile.
How might I help?
So... I think I just want to sprint with you, with that said. That seems like a horrible spot, mind you, since everything can see you. Which is kind of why I want you to be over here, and then you can jump out. At least the trees will help protect you. And I'm hoping for you to get a nice shot next turn, although we're probably not going to get the shot I want, because they're going to get to act first after all. So this is a little bit different than having to... I'm totally wrong. You have Arclight kind of ruin your momentum. Ah, god damn it. And I'm not in its vision range. I forgot about that. That was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? But if it shoots, I got a prime shot on the commando still, but this is still not as effective as I would like. I should have gotten a little closer. I was fooled by the red line indicators, thinking I was in well, technically it looks like I am in vision range almost. I think it's just the trees that may be obscuring it. I don't know how the fog of war and vision actually works, to be honest. Because you can definitely see this highlight area. So that's probably another mechanic I'm going to have to learn, is that the trees may be actually obscuring vision some. Which then begs the question, do these mechs actually see me? At least currently. That's going to change in a moment with this commando moving. Oh, you ran out of time.
What's the plan?
I feel bad for this fella here some, because this is going to hurt a whole lot. I would love to shoot the blackjack, but it's braced as well, so it doesn't matter yet. Good hits there. Again, a little bit spread out, but I can at least evade. Evade, spread out, and we don't have to worry about LRMs, which is kind of a big deal. I could just hide behind where they can't see me, sort of. Oh yeah, and I forgot to point out what the heat is like for this map too. It's my heat sinks are 20% more efficient. Can I find it anyway? There we are. It is covered over a tiny bit because of my DX Tory frame rate counter, which I have in the middle left there. But you should have been able to see it clearly enough. It's a 20% heat sink bonus. Ooh, some vicious hits there, but exposed armor's not a big deal. Until it turns out to be like the center torso, which some of them took hits.
What can I do for you?
Now, I don't think... sadly, you're not going to get much of a shot there, so it begs the question, do I shoot what's braced? Well, I have vision on both of them, so technically it's not a big deal yet. Yet, I say, until I move both my Lucases and put myself in that same situation as I did before. We'll see. I'm going to have to back off without a doubt, but since I just realized this is a slope, maybe I'm going to get shot at by something. Okay, I should be okay. Only the blackjack may be able to hit me.
Waiting for orders.
And I would like to keep running. This gets me out of vision here too.
Moving to position.
And since you don't have LRMs, I can be okay. And you're not sensor locking just yet. Never mind the fact that your light mechs went, so... I kind of want to sensor lock both of them, but... so that way I can see what my chances are, but... let's maximize on the one that's not braced, because that's single-handedly going to make up for it, I think. As opposed to getting autocan shot on this one commando. So we're evading, trying to evade. It seems a little bit cheesy. It feels like it now. I'm starting to feel a little bit bad for my adversary some. Because they're trying to brute force their way through, which I feel like if they went with double Centaurians, this would actually be pretty good for them. Because that has a lot of muscle and a lot of armor. Not to mention the fact it's 2 medium mechs as well, so... and they could have very easily overwhelmed my dragon if they were within vision of it, so... that would have been a very scary proposition for me. Sure, I've been playing some bot stomp games before, practicing the map and all that, some of which included double Centaurians, mind you, but I don't think playing against an intelligent opponent that can hopefully maximize their evasion, or at least make use of their bulwark trait if they have it on their pilots, that will go nearly as well as it did for my bot stomp, so... I am still really wary, just because of the hunchback alone. I'll be more confident once I either cripple the blackjack or just kill off the autocan 20. And now let's see, the other medium mech's gonna go, is it? Alright, so... there's the hunchback coming to meet my dragon, which I still never did check if it actually had vision of ozone, but it definitely does now, with that said. I'll have to keep in mind my evasion stacks to kind of increase my chances of dodging that, because I think the hunchback only has 8 shots of the autocan 20. I could be wrong on that, though. It's no more than 10, I can say with absolute certainty, though. So I'm seriously considering just moving with ozone and just bracing rather than engaging, if it feels like a confrontation between the hunchback and dragon isn't gonna happen. Hell, I may want to do it right now, because I kind of can, if my autocan's not gonna hit. Because they're not sensor locking, and apparently... oh, I can't rotate enough to shoot you, that's probably why. Alright.
I got you.
And this evasive movement is actually useful for gaining you some evasion stacks too. I don't think I'm ever going to get you 4 evasion stacks, mind you, Ozone, but this should help some in that.
Let's see what you got.
At least dodging auto can 20. Good hits there. It's only on the flank, mind you, and didn't hit any internals just yet. But once I get another auto can shot, that'd be good. Hopefully. And I'm trusting that Paradise and... was it, what? Showboat? No, yeah, Showboat are kind of out of vision, so they can't get shot by anything. Although I could be wrong in that matter. At least Arc-Like's going. What does Arc-Like see? Nothing. Nothing yet. Alright. And we know you have evasion stacks, so I think this might be Paradise's... well, Paradise needs to cool down too, so if nothing else, jump jets are out of the question. Unless I want you to get shot at by a full salvo of the blackjack.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Okay, our opponent's learning, I think.
Commander?
Which is fine by me. Now, a big question. I think I move with Witness first. With that said, I would like... I think that thing has 4 evasion stacks anyway, so I kind of want to just hang back out of vision, since there's not much point shooting at just yet. Unless I know for certain that I don't need the sensor lock, the second sensor lock to maximize. Okay, it only had 2 evasion stacks, okay. So Paradise could make something of this. I don't know if I like it in all honesty, because again, I'm half thinking putting Paradise in these trees since apparently it does obscure vision some, but I don't know if that's actually going to work that way because I have no idea if it will work. Since there's no indicator, well actually, I think there is a indicator if I'm spotted. Sort of. I noticed this debuff if I'm been sensor lock it, if nothing else. I know sometimes there's like a little eye icon that appears, so that's something I need to keep an eye out on for, to know if that appears before I do a move or not. Because it's not going to tell me at least how close I am to getting revealed if I was like hugging this corner for example. But, so far things are going good. My dragon could still take on the Hunchback, I just want to make it difficult for him. Nope, timer just ran out. Sorry buddy. And let's see. I'm not seeing an eye icon outside being obscured. And I gotta keep in mind this may still suck for Paradise. I think I reserve.
Got it.
I don't know if I like this idea, but at least I'm more confident or more comfortable when those medium mechs start moving, damn it. Especially since Paradise already got 5 evasion stacks, so he's as durable as he's gonna be against any blackjack shot. And the blackjack could, well, the sensor lock could allow for the blackjack to shoot at me. They're going after the dragon though. They're tired of this charade, I think. So we need to be careful. Ozone could be in trouble if they are really voracious and chasing him. Which is one of the main traits of why I chose a dragon, because it is so mobile. Hell, in my testing with my other custom lance with the Panther, it actually outruns a Panther for crying out loud. A light mech. So, you think this thing would be more than capable of keeping its distance from a blackjack that isn't using its jump jets at least, and a hunchback. So maybe Ozone's alright, I'm just not comfortable with this situation is the only thing. And let's see, I want to maximize my chance to hit. I want to maximize my evasion stacks, but I want to maximize my damage too for such a sane duck. Gotta be mindful I'm gonna run hot, and thankfully the blackjack already moves, so I have that going for me, I think. This is gonna hurt, buddy. Yeah, armor took a lot of that damage really well, though. I was hoping to do a astounding amount of damage to the center torso. It did not happen, sadly. And that was kind of like the latency I was just talking about there, apparently, because there was like 4 or 5 seconds before it actually did turn over to my opponent, so that's the one thing that keeps throwing me off, because I'm never paying attention to the top left, mind you. I think it's apparent why. I'm busy trying to contemplate my strategy for the next turn, and of course doing my commentary at the same time, so multitasking is a bit of a pain and maybe a bit of a lie for me in this case, because I'm not really multitasking. Because as I made apparent, I'm not even looking at the screen very well if I'm missing out on the turn timer the best. Nonetheless, my dragon can get a nice follow-up shot on this commando, and so can Showboat. And I like to go this way because it's prime flanking position. And for once, we're actually going to use our Locust, maybe to good effect with this, with its LRMs or SRMs and laser. It is going to take a shot from the commander though if it's still alive, so this could be scary. And I sadly only hit the leg, I think, with the laser. It's almost gone though, but there's no way Ozone can actually kill any of those components for me. Is the one downside.
Ready to rock.
So, we got our 3 evasion stacks again. We're going to be out in potential fission of the Hunchback, mind you. But, do we get a good autocan shot? Ooh, this might be scary. I'm sorry, Commando.
Here we go.
I am sorry. It does feel cheesy. I feel like an awful person here now.
Target down, Commander.
But, we still got our work cut out for us. We still have our work cut out for us. Arclay's gone, so I can't really... Well, the other commando's always going to get to go first at this point. And I'm not in the best position for engaging this blackjack just yet. So we'll see. It is coming to me though, but it doesn't have fission just yet, thankfully. Thankfully. Which will be changed in a moment if it does this. Oh, it actually can see me. Wow. Oh, it sees me because of the blackjack, so... It's kind of like I said before, apparently. My vision was obscured. Oh, I think maybe I know why. This is actually a hill slope, too. So it wasn't the trees after all. So it's a good thing I didn't commit all in with that theory.
Waiting for orders.
So Showboat took some hits there. I think it's time to evade some more. Actually, I may just sprint with you. Just reposition completely.
Moving fast.
I don't think that's going to put you out of sensor range, though. It's the one thing I could have done a little bit better. Is make sure they didn't see where you were. But if I lose sensor contact... Oh, I take that back. Paradise is going to spot them, so I wouldn't know that just yet. Alright. Paradise, what's your sensor range looking like? I think we just do a hard disengage with that said. Because Paradise got ridiculous mobility because of his piloting skills. Never mind the fact that it's got the same mobility as the Locust too, which is always nice. But this just gives me time to collect myself, get my cooling, my heat managed again for Paradise, and it gives Ozone a little bit of protection for maybe a straight up fight.
I hear ya.
Nonetheless, I do want to reveal something. So we know the commandos went, and it looks like, yeah, they still see the Locust, so that's not exciting as it may seem. But I need to make sure I spot the commandos, so at least for some more LRMs. I may start reserving so I can start hammering this Hunchback when it climbs up the slope. But, speaking of slope, I think I'm behind this hill enough that I should very easily be obscured by the Hunchback. Let's see, not quite. If it sees me around there, then it can take a couple of shots, but it would be outside optimum range, I feel like. I need to check what his range is. I'm pretty certain it's equivalent to maybe a medium laser and SRM though. There's the blackjack. At least I know what mech's which, so I could kind of be a little more comfortable with this. But he's going to get to move with both mechs at the moment. And Ozone, you can obscure yourself some here with that little slope, which will be useful. Because that Hunchback's rapidly getting up close, so... And this is almost perfect for me for disabling the autocan 20. Well, technically it's not true when you consider there's autocan 20 ammos on the otter's torso, which arguably would be easier to kill because of the risk of it exploding. But I was gonna say, since its torso can only... Its autocan's torso was on this side, Paradise and everyone else could kind of flank it really damn well and maximize my chances to hit that. But that may not be the best strategy, because like I said, hitting the other torso with the ammo would have been easier. Ooh, but this gives me good torso missile shots on the exposed torso. Although these commandos aren't a huge threat, as we're finding out, they could reveal my mechs, but since these are, well, who am I kidding? The Blackjack is the long-range harasser. So, if that thing was on the high ground like I thought it would be, or mentioned really early on, that could have got a couple of decent shots on me. So, there goes our commando friend. Gonna converge and cause some problems, but I think it's time to give him what he wants there. We're gonna have to fight this out. I am gonna be a little bit outnumbered though. And I think I reserve first. That'd be smarter play. So that way I can ambush these medium mechs. Or at least shoot at them before they act, especially since I have 3 light mechs that can abuse that mechanic really damn well. The commando's always a scare though, so I gotta make sure I'm either in trees or have really damn high evasion. Because if that's sensor locks, then that's not really a scare. Potentially. My opponent just needs to understand how the reserve works there, because I'm kind of abusing it against him really damn well. Really damn well. But I'm probably not going to get my flank shot anymore with Paradise unless he's up on the high ground. Which he could do, he has the jump jets, but he's going to run really hot. So probably not this turn. I would more than likely sprint with him to get him in good position. We'll see. Although, let's see, timer just run out. I'm waiting for it. There we go. There we go.
How might I help?
So there's no way you can see our hunchback friend. You can jump up there and see him. You don't really cool down, but at the same time, you get a good shot on our hunch. Well, it's obscured shots. That's the only thing I don't like. I think I'd rather you just sprint and get yourself ready. Damn it, where do I go? I think we'll do a smart play and just jump up there, at least to take a shot on it first. Because at least this way Paradise can run. I'm not going to shoot it now, though. Hell, it's a big question. Do I reserve and let it take a shot at me with that said? Because I can take the autocan 20 hit, and that would allow Paradise to take 2 shots next turn, and it wouldn't be braced if he falls for the bait. So that's what I'm contemplating there. Do I risk taking a hit? Because it would immediately destroy an arm if it hits an arm. But the torso and legs would survive. Unless I make Ozone even more tempting, which, you know, that's a really good idea, but... I'm gonna have to think on that immensely. Because do I want to move and brace?
Good to go.
Is kind of what I'm contemplating. So we can shoot the Blackjack, I'm fine with that. Get some good chipping damage. Even though it isn't on the Hunchback, we gotta hit what we can. Because I don't need a sensor lock for a Hunchback at least. Oh, there's the eye icon I was talking about. So apparently it just means I'm in sensor range or something. Or they see me, I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, 4 evasion stacks, not all that impressive alas, so... I'm just gonna take the shot anyway. Because I will get some hits in, just not very impressive damage. Nope, I missed completely.
Systems recycling for another shot.
But at least I'll get to move with the Locusts before the Blackjack and the Dew. So it's still not too bad. Again, not going to help with the Hunchback very much. So I gotta be ready with some good flank damage, maybe on this Commando without a doubt. If I can make the Paradise and the Dragon the big scare to kind of force the Memex to go after them, then these 2 Locusts can 1v1 the Commando. I just will have to sprint over here though to threaten a flank.
Confirmed.
So no autocan shots, and everyone's braced. And I'm in trees too, so if there was a way I can move to the lower ground trees, that'd be great. I'm just gonna rotate a bit. I fired a good amount of missiles, so I'm gonna take that missile shot there. We'll see if he goes after the dragon or not. And I do have 5 evasion stacks, so why not just reserve? So that way Paradise can get his 2 shots in. Since he would technically, well, he's not quite cooled down, he's gonna run a little bit hot. But this would allow him to maximize his damage really damn well. I gotta keep in mind that he may have Fury. which won't matter if I'm reserving, mind you, but I gotta be mindful of that. That he could do a precision strike and kind of cause problems. I would like to shoot the commando though. I really would like to shoot the commando. It's really risky to do with the blackjacks. Only 2 SRM hits, I'm happy with that. Considering I should have braced instead with that all said.
I hear ya.
And this is really dangerous to go here, but this is where I probably just sprint in all seriousness. Not a big scare. That's not gonna hide me, is it?
Going turbo.
I don't think this will hide me if the... Well, actually I'm outside sensor range, who am I kidding? So maybe this is not a big deal. Because the commando went, so they don't have sensor lock. I just gotta make sure I'm out of vision, is all I have to do.
Waiting for orders.
So Showboat, your turn. I think you do the exact same thing there. And I'm trusting... Yeah, the commando went, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just scared about what that dotted line indicates to me there. If it's... Because... Maybe I see him, maybe I don't. I'm confused now, I'm not certain about anything. I just wasn't seeing the dot line before, so I should be safe, with that said. Because I'm going to try and engage them next turn. Now, this is where the gambit comes in. Reserve, let him take his shot. Paradise has the evasion and brace to maybe not get hit at all. And Ozone wants to take the hits, and he's more tempting because of his lack of evasion, so... Let's see if we can maximize some damage on this thing, because we got a lot to do. If we're going to get through that armor. And if it starts melling me, that could be problematic, but again, I could sprint. I just gotta be mindful how far I can sprint, because if Ozone can sprint over here, he's relatively safe from the hunchback. At least for a turn. Alright, so this thing's obscuring itself, so that could be a bit of an annoyance, but... You see the dragon, you see Paradise? Okay, he went for a smart choice. Now, what was the damage like?
You need me to hold still for you?
What was that 50 points on? Okay, the arm. I'm okay with that. It is autocan arm,
Yes,
with that
Commander.
said. And I'm just going to reserve again there.
A delay sounds wise.
Let the blackjack go, and then we'll unload on this thing. I'm going to have to be ready to get my Locusts in on that commando quickly, although it's without a doubt going to try and rush maybe Paradise and Ozone. I think that's what's going to happen anyway. But the Hunchback is in prime fire range, and I can easily rotate. Oh, finally he uses jump jets, although you know that's going to heat him up really quickly now. And just because he has 4 evasion stacks, I don't need to shoot at him. Oh, thank you. Thank you, 5 evasion stacks. He probably couldn't see Ozone or wasn't really worth it. Not really sure.
You have orders? How might I help?
So, you're sadly really obscured, and actually I could do 2 moves with you, so... Let's do a smart like. I want to maximize your damage on your damn autocannon, because I don't like it. I don't think you can blame me. I don't like your autocannon very much
Be
there.
in a jet.
I do have 4 evasion stacks still, but the commando is going to do a little bit of damage, since I'm forfeiting a good opportunity shot on it. So this will be good.
I believe this should have an effect.
Okay. I don't think that was just arm, alas. No damage on the torso, sadly.
Skipper.
But let's see. I'm scared I got really good hit chances even with the obscure. I just gotta make sure I rotate myself to protect my autocan arm. Since it took the autocan 20 hits, so it's doing well in that regard, but... Ooh, good hit there on the autocannon. Ooh, laser critical hit on arm.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Even though I don't want to hit the arm, the sooner it goes, the easier it will be to kill this dang side torso. And it's almost gone already, too, with that said. Now it's the commando's turn. Is it going to try melee me? Is it going to try shoot? Probably going to shoot, because why wouldn't it in all seriousness? And then Paradise can take another shot. He will jump down. He is likely going to overheat a bit, though, so we got to make sure his damage counts for something. Oh, thanks for not moving. I'm really tempted to shoot you now, I'm not going to lie. Ooh, that's a notable amount of damage still, but I'm trusting maybe my Locust can do enough damage to this thing.
That wasn't good.
Or at least be threatening enough to it. I can shoot it, it is on a flank, so I like this potential. And I don't think the Blackjack and Hunchback are going to engage these things just yet, so let's take full advantage of this. It'll be good damage. And Paradise will be able to focus maybe on the Hunchback.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
We'll have to see. Sadly missed with the laser, but solid SRM hits, with that said. Alright, I was waiting. It was my turn, right? Because I know he has no more light mechs, if nothing else. And I want to avoid obscured shots, maximize my chance of hitting, because I can keep up with this Commando really well. Again, the Commando's actually slower than my Locusts, so when it runs over that ridge that I might have problems, though, still.
Take this.
But help is here, we got hit with the laser this time. I don't know what exactly it hit, though. Okay, arms, both arms are almost gone. I really want to shoot with Paradise now on that thing.
Yes, Commander.
But it's probably not warranted. Probably not worth it, I mean. Because I can keep hitting this thing, prime its autocannon for a kill later. Because we're really close to a precision strike once this arm dies.
Yes, Commander.
There goes the arm. It's not much just yet, sadly. And how much that generates a lot of heat on me. So you're gonna overheat a bit. I think that's unavoidable, Paradise, but no, you're actually fine, so you're gonna need a bit of time to cool off. And the torso took a massive beating. It's not quite kill range just yet. So Paradise needs to make his shot count on that thing when the precision strikes up. He just needs one turn to cool down, that's all. In fact, do I dare attempt a melee? I don't think I do, in all honesty. But 50 more damage? It's hitting the side like I want, at least. So there's that. The Blackjack gets to go next. The one plus side is the Blackjack's going to overheat really quickly if he commits with everything still. So, Ozone can outlast the Blackjack to an extent still. So, I think we're okay, but Ozone is in a lot of trouble right now. It really does come down to how mobile is he. Can he get behind this ridge and get out of sight when I need to seriously consider evading with him? Then I don't know. Let's see, Blockade. I think... Call me crazy, but I don't even think Blockade has Bulwark, with that said. Okay, so you're going to try and shoot the Jenner. He's really annoyed about that little fella. Probably not the best choice. But let's see what he does. 2, 1. Ah, dang it, poor fella. I feel bad for him, I really do.
Yup.
Oh, I can't... Wow. Oh, it's because I have to rotate. That's why. Okay. Well, thanks for helping me there, buddy. Do I melee? With that said, I don't know if I like a melee. Not yet. Not until I'm likely to kill something. So let's just fire everything. I got the heat for it, and then I'll try melee next turn. Ah, missed with the autocannon, sadly. Not as much damage as it could be, and how is armor? Oh, that was on the leg, so that could be scary. Paradise needs a turn to cool down. It goes without saying. So he's not going to get to do much just yet. And hopefully that gives me a chance to strip the armor off this torso. Ooh, Commander's going to come engage the Ozone, which I'm kind of okay with. The Blackjack still has a lot of heat though, so I kind of wanted to shoot one of my units. And it's pretty much primed for death now if I want to sensor lock it.
Reporting.
But Paradise can sprint. I'm fine with that. I wonder if he might try a DFA with that said, though. I'm really concerned about a DFA, so I might as well sprint into the trees, obscure and protect me some. All the wall cooldown, and Paradise, what's your health look like? That's the left leg, so... I don't think that helps you very much, so... I don't know why your legs keep getting hit, though. Is this some weird bug with the Jenner, or some weird, thing with the Jenner that's more likely to get hit in the legs? I honestly could not tell you. I could not tell you, but I can sense a lock still. So let's keep on moving. I'm not going to see the blackjack, but I'm okay with them taking a death from above at least. If he is going to try for it. I think I just primed this commando for death maybe. Because it's really damn close to death. Well, either way, I don't think it matters too much if I sensor lock the Hunchback or not. Actually, let me just reserve with Showboat for now, see what happens. Because I can always sensor lock the Hunchback after it moves. It is going to disrupt my brace, though, with that said. If either of them get the melee attack, which is what the commando is probably going to do with that said. Okay, so death from above. Kinda saw that coming.
You can see daylight through my armor.
And it did knock. Oh, it didn't knock me down, but it did a crap ton of damage. I'm a bit surprised it hit the arm and then went straight to the center torso with that said. But what kind of damage on him? I think that I argue that probably was not worth it. I argue anyway, because if he keeps doing that, he's gonna kill his own mech really quickly.
On my way.
And I think the chances hitting 16 was 65%, so he... let's see. Janu needs to be very careful with that, because once it starts missing, you're still going to take the damage. But I think we're saving the precision strike for Paradise here. So, let's see. I still got plenty of armor, I gotta watch the leg though. Because if I take another auto cannon 20 to the leg, goddamn. That will screw things up a bit. And it definitely will hurt my mobility strength that I have going for me. Let's see, am I still obscured? Not that it really matters much. So, did that actually hit my dang leg again? Oh, probably would have been even worse if it hit the HUD. The damn thing shot me in the HUD. Which honestly is probably a good thing. I would like to melee this thing, I'm not gonna lie. I like to melee you more, but I don't think that helps me either. And where can I sprint if I seriously consider sprinting? You still get spot though. And if I have 9 seconds to decide, so let's just go for the melee. Try and soften this auto cannon up. Because it is without doubt going to try and melee me. Oh my god, we got the torso. I was not expecting that. Well, Paradise's job got a lot easier now. So I think Paradise kills the commando with that said, because it is going to deny me a lot of bracing if he tries to melee with it. And I got bigger punch than the Hunchback, I think. You would think so anyway, because it's a heavy versus a medium. Now, our commando is annoying and we need to get rid of him, because I don't think I'm in trees anymore. No, I'm not. Thankfully the armor took all of it, and not the exposed, or the crippled arm.
That shot got through my armor.
Oh, did it? Huh, that's funny. Oh, maybe one of them hit there. I'm not sure.
Awaiting orders.
I'm honestly not sure. I felt like I didn't see any indicators that hit the structure.
Affirmative.
Either way, I think this is Paradise's job to finish off the commando. Try to anyway. We'll worry about the Hunchback later. Do I precision strike with that said, though? I don't think it's warranted, maybe, because Paradise is going to get an easy chance to maximize his hit there. Hard to say if I want to do that or not.
Lifting off.
But it's time to unload either way. This will overheat me with that said. Precision strike or no? I think we need to kill. It'll make my life so much easier. More hits on the side torso, better. It goes straight to the center torso after that. Nope, doesn't look like we got it. But how close is it to death with that said? 9 hit points, goddamn.
Waiting for orders.
So, I can't sprint, alas, but that's kind of okay. Witness is kind of single-handedly distracting the blackjack for us. He's almost dead, mind you, so I should not get excited just yet. I should not get excited, but if he continues to distract it, then I'm fine with it. It could easily jump into my front with that said, and one laser, one weapon will hit that. I just don't want it to shoot the rear either. Hunchback is heavily crippled and more melee attacks are welcome. Okay, he's just gonna come this way. And I'm wondering if I were to melee this thing again, would I actually get my brace, or was that a hot fix to make it impossible to get my brace with Bulwark? I don't know. I still got good armor everywhere. Just don't hit the HUD. Aw, there goes my autocannon. I needed that for shooting.
Internal damage.
Couldn't you have destroyed the LRMs? Oh wait, that's my center torso. Never mind that. And ammo is a bit of at risk just immediately destroying my side torsos if this presses on, but we're looking good so far. Just gotta keep in mind these legs are really vulnerable. I just wish I knew how to maximize my chance at hitting said legs, though. Aside from maybe trying for flanks. Because this thing's not dead yet, but it will definitely be dead next turn. I just need a flank again. Yeah, one laser will lag it, the other... And yeah, if I can hit with 2 lasers on the flank, then this is a guaranteed kill, because any excess damage... Hell, I'm wrong. A single laser will kill it. Like I was just about to say, excess damage goes straight into the center torso, even on the leg. Oh, he's gonna try and shoot Paradise, maybe? Got some more torso shots there, that's fine. I don't need that torso anymore, so feel free.
Internal damage.
Now, big question. Melee? That's 85 if I melee the blackjack. I'm not gonna lie, I want to melee the blackjack. And this turns me around, it still exposes my side torso with that said. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I would love to leg it. At least that way the dragon can hit it again.
Location confirmed.
Ozone's gonna be a wrecking ball from here on out, I think. So have fun, Ozone. Did not hit the leg. But he's about to fall over. Any missile hits knocks down the blackjack. Oh, did you seriously reserve? Interesting choice.
Good to go.
My priorities have changed quite a bit here. I can't even shoot the blackjack though with that said. I can if I go there. I want to knock down the blackjack for another melee attack on with the dragon, so he can't get his max damage in. And sadly I don't have multi-target to shoot at multiple targets. I think you keep the heat running. Oh, you're going to continue to heat up anyway, so just fire the missiles, I guess.
Yes, Commander.
Did that do enough? Yes, it did. So the Hunchback's gonna get to go, Ozone will go after that, and then I smash this thing some more. And I should be safe from a melee attack from the Hunchback. I'm just not gonna get the kill on the Commando like I want, though. And that side torso was the one crippled at least, so that's always a plus. Sadly, no opportunity. I'd rather just reserve with Witness.
Good to go.
Do I reserve with Showboat, though? No, I don't, because look how tempting that is to kill the Commando right now. I told you I only need a single laser. Guess who has a single laser? Hell, he even has 4 missiles to kind of make sure, in case the laser doesn't do it. So, please die, Commando.
All weapons are go.
This is almost a guaranteed kill. Nice.
Mech destroyed.
Very nice. I feel good about that.
Waiting for orders.
Now, Witness, I kind of want to reserve with you, because I think you're going to be...
I'll wait here for now.
Yeah, we at least wait till the blackjack goes. Oh, this is not going to work. It backfired on me. I should have moved with Witness, because now the blackjack's going to get up. Well, that was a mistake. Reserving was a bad choice. That was a bad choice. I want to hit this thing some more with a melee attack. It does get a rear shot on me, but the majority of that... Oh, his autocan's gone, never mind, so... There is no real risk, because my armor is going to take the laser hits really well. I'm just going to take a lot of blackjack fire, though. My evasion stacks could still pay off, though. Okay, 20 damage, I'll take it. So sorry, Witness, I used you suboptimally there. Now the blackjack's gonna get to go, since I had nothing on Initiative 3, if I had moved with Witness beforehand, then Ozone would have gone before. That was a big misplay. Because I could have kicked this thing while it was down. Not that it would have helped me very much, I don't think. I don't know if there's any melee bonuses to hitting something that's already knocked down, but... Ozone is still in good shape. Is he going to DFA again, though? No, we're just going to try and flank and hit the fresh armor. Ooh, geothermal, please stand on that. You're going to overheat if you shoot now. I think you're going to overheat because it's a 50% increase to all normal heat generation. So that could have been another mistake. A mistake upon mistake, alas. 2 seconds, 1. Time's up, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh, you got it in time. Ooh, you got my right torso. Oh, that was still my front arc, wasn't it? That's why.
I'm wounded, Commander.
Oh, split fire. Or multi-target. I keep calling it split fire because in all intents and purposes, that's kind of what it was, wasn't it? Because normally, you have to maximize that. I could melee this thing. I should melee this thing. Hit the center torso. Even better, hit the rear torso. It has less armor. And maybe Paradise can get a good shot.
Got it.
It's gonna run him really hot, I'm not gonna lie, but it should be good. 90 damage in the ass. Ooh. I don't think you're gonna fall down. There's a good chance of getting knocked down by SRM fire. Oh my god, 15 points.
Commander?
And Ozone still has to move, so Ozone can move, Ozone gets a rear shot.
Coordinates
Ozone, oh, not Ozone, but Witness gets a rear shot. Witness is happy to be contributing finally, because I don't think, well, he did get a couple of shots on the Commando. I just don't know what all the Commandos, the Locusts actually did. But that's not at all intimidating at all. There goes most of your rear armor. And if I hit your legs, that's even better, considering they're already crippled. Come on. Okay, I was waiting for that. That was kind of the latency I was talking about.
orders.
I'm gonna do something really ballsy. Oh wait, the torso's already gone. I don't need to jump. I just need to make sure I shoot it.
Move order received.
So, because I was gonna say, if I jump behind it, I can pretty much kill it, but I'm gonna shut down. But at least this is not really a risk, because I'm gonna overheat, but I'm not gonna shut down at least. And this is almost a guaranteed kill too. Did I get it? Yes, I got the hunchback.
That would be a kill.
Goodbye, little medium.
This heat is cooking my internal structure.
That is going well. Although, do I still shoot this thing? I think I try it. I think I leave Showboat to reserve in case it does like a massive jump and I need to get rid of some evasion stacks though.
Here it
So
comes.
keep hitting that rear, or the leg. Leg would be good too. And Showboat, you're just going to reserve, I think, for now. Just to help alleviate some of the Was it evasion stacks that thing might have when it jumps.
Right, Commander.
It is running hot though, so geothermal is going to ruin your day a bit, buddy. The jump jets are as well as your lasers are going to overheat you. And that's going to make your legs that much more primed for killing. If you don't just shut down immediately. Up in our DFA? No, it wasn't. This is a rear shot though. It's looking like a rear shot, it could also be a side shot. Really hard to say with my locust keep twisting his torso. What's gonna happen? Make your move. Make your move! Is Witness gonna die this day? If it's on the side, and Witness could survive, and if it fires with everything, then it just shuts down, I got the easiest kill. Oh! That was not fair. That was not cool, buddy. That was not cool. And you didn't actually overheat, interestingly enough. Or didn't shut down, rather. Oh well.
Commander?
That's a little unfortunate. But my locusts are doing well. I think that's safe to say. Now, let's just get some evasion stacks. Or rather, let's sensor lock this thing and have some fun with it. Finish off this battle. Because for once we're going to have one that goes all the way to the end. Outside of the one that I lost at the very beginning, mind you. Which was with the very same squad, I have to add. And even then I was kind of using the blackjack poorly too, because it never really got any long-range shots, didn't it? It didn't get really a chance to soften up any of the mechs with its autocannons, because I poorly used my commandos as well, so I can understand. But I welcome a newer player regardless. This just may intimidate the poor fella to not do any more multiplayer, if this feels as disheartening as it seems on my end. But Paradise is going to continue to run hot there, so I gotta be cautious. I think I just reserve with that said, with these two. Let the blackjack go. Ozone, you could die if you take another hit to the HUD with any of those weaponry, because a damn autocan 20 had to hit you. All I have to say is thank God I chose to brace rather than relying on evasion stacks, because if that shot had hit me even with the evasion stacks, that would have been a one-shot kill on a dragon. I don't need to tell you how much that would have screwed me over. A 1% chance to hit with an autocan 20. Alright, you are running, you're panicking. Are you still going to take your shot, though? Are you going to take your shot? I got evasion stacks to boot. There goes my Armalas, so one laser gone. I'm basically a missile mech. Or I'm basically a mech with a nose. Ooh, you're almost shut down, so that's kind of nice.
Awaiting orders.
I kind of want to cool down with Paradise a bit, I'm not going to lie. Especially since the convenience of this ridge. I could just run back, and get out of vision. And won't overheat too much, here's hoping.
As you wish.
But I am going to sprint, with that said. I just hope I'm not in Ozone's way for a potential melee attack.
Commander?
Showboat, you get a nice shot there. What side is that? Oh, that's this armored side, so that's not really useful. Alas, but you're in optimum range, and you got all your weaponry. So this is still going to be nice having two laser, well, equivalent of 2 medium laser hits on this mech. Have fun. Nah, only 2 missile hits. Now, Ozone, what can you do, buddy? Well, I'm waiting still.
Confirmed.
You cannot melee just yet, alas. And this blackjack's gonna continue. Well, I think you outrun the blackjack, so it looks like you're getting gradually closer and closer to this damn thing.
Affirmative.
So, keep scaring the hell out of it, please. Keep scaring it. Terrify it. You are death incarnate, even though you have no arms. Technically, you look like you have no torsos, quite frankly. But you're still a terror in the night. And you're gonna step all over that blackjack when she gets your grimy, non-existent hands on it. So, you are gonna overheat. What is your internals looking like? We are really pushing it though, but again, Paradise can protect himself. Run out of vision at least. there goes half your weaponry. And your side torso is all sorts of screwed, buddy.
I understand.
And you are going into geothermal. Maybe that's why you overheated, now that I think of it. You actually ran that before. Maybe? So I gotta be mindful of that. That may have caused more heat damage than necessary.
Waiting for orders.
Showboat. You can't really shoot anything of note, alas. Aside for autocannon 2 ammo, so just reserve. We'll see if Ozone can actually get into melee range with this thing, although it's likely going to jump jet, isn't it? It's running so hot though, I think it lost the heat sink. How many heat sinks did it lose? Just one that I can tell. And it didn't lose any jump jets sadly, so it can still jump unhindered. Which it's going to do, down to low ground, you jerk. It's still going to take internal damage from overheating, I'm pretty certain. But Showboat can at least get rid of some evasion stacks. You are running really hot, buddy, I'm afraid to say.
Good to go.
But at least that confirms my theory that Ozone's the terror of the night.
Coordinates received.
Screw Batman, huh? This is the real Dark Knight here. The armless, mechanized horror. And I'm going to enjoy every moment of this. And I'm really tempted to shoot anyway.
I've got a sensor lock.
But since Ozone can get a rear shot,
Orders?
this is perfectly fine. Can you get direct line of sight? Yep, your brace doesn't mean much here.
I got you.
It's just not very impressive damage with that said. But if Paradise can jump in back and shoot you in the rear, that would be painful too.
Engaging target.
Okay, jump jet gone, so I hit the leg.
Critical hit.
Now, what about Paradise with that said? Because you kind of shot, didn't you?
Awaiting orders.
You cannot get a shot, sadly. So I think we just
Waiting
reserve
for
a few
orders.
with that said. Ooh, actually, I have a better idea. This is a ballsy idea, but I have a better idea. Can Showboat get the killing blow? Since it has 19 health left on the rear. I'm gonna try it, because why not? We did not get the kill, sadly, but it is hurting everywhere. If it overheats again, its leg is gonna blow up.
Reporting.
Oh, I don't... No, I can't... Can I actually see it? Oh, I can't see it there. This sounds like a horrible idea with that said, but... I think it's worth Paradise
Roger.
taking the shot. He's gonna shut down, though. I'm gonna commit to the shutdown. Fire everything you got, because this thing is dead.
The target is confirmed. Mech destroyed.
I'm sorry, buddy. I hope it was a positive experience at least.
Successful.
Damn it.
If nothing else. Oh, you didn't actually shut down, I don't think. Even with the jump jet and all that, wow. I hope this wasn't a bad experience for Janu. I still feel a little bit bad. I want to try and fight the scary opponents, the ones who know what they're doing, for the sake of actually making these matches entertaining, but of course you know that's going to tremendously increase the length of these videos, I feel like, if the past few matches have been any indication. But I think what I'm going to do next, for my next video, with that all said, mind you, is I'm going to be trying to do a 20 million C-bill point battle next time, so we're going to be upping the scale, folks. We're going to be seeing more heavy mechs. We're going to be seeing bigger scale mechs. So, brace yourselves for whatever the hell that might bring us.